And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the October 23rd edition of Morning Mindset. It is, what is it? I don't even know what I was going to say there. It's cold. It's cold. I got the sniffles. I think that's just kind of messing with my head. But good morning. Welcome. Monday. Ready for the week? How are you doing today? It's your first time here. Here's how this works. As we get in here, you gotta let me know who you are, where you're from. You need to know what the weather is like and what's in your cup. Those are important things. But the most important of all is your 5 things. What are 5 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that you are going to accomplish today? Now, today it's a day. Like, I know, looking at stuff, I've got quotes to do, invoices to do, DTF that needs to go out, design work that needs to get done, and there's orders I need to check on because there's stuff that was supposed to be delivered that I am not seeing movement on as far as partial orders have come out, but nothing on the other part. So, trying to figure all that out. But that's what we got going on. The other thing is, we're gonna discuss what you guys want. What are you guys in here for? What can we help you with? Things like that. We try and keep these short and sweet. Sometimes we go longer. Sometimes we don't. But that's in a nutshell what it is. So let us know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup. I feel like there's something else missing there. Like I said, I've got the sniffles, the head congestion. The 1 minute where you can't breathe at all, and the next minute it feels like somebody turned a faucet on and everything's draining out. Good times. Welcome to fall in the Midwest. Or so I've been told. That's what it is. It's just that time of year. So let's check in and see how people are doing this morning. Darren, good morning to you. 63 and humid there in Topeka. I don't even know what it's out here. It's probably high 40s or so. I'm not 100% sure. Darren just got off duty, walking Zeus, nothing in the cup yet. No time to plan yet my 5 things. Well, I know you. I know you'll get that accomplished. T-Down, good morning, 35. Oh, and I ain't going outside. It's cold. Pink monsters to drink. Monstrosities, yeah. Pink monster to drink. I think I had one of those over the weekend. That wasn't too bad. It was a little different. I was actually at Menards, and while I was standing in line, I saw a pink monster, and I'm like, oh, I should try that. And it was okay. Jenny, good morning. It's freezing there in Indiana. Water in the cup. Brr. Yeah, this is a weird weather week. It looks like we're going to be in the 60s and 70s a lot this week, but every day it's either super windy or rainy. So, yeah, that's no fun because then when we don't have wind or rain at the end of the week, it's like a high in the 40s. So, good times. Renee, good morning to you. 45 in Chicagoland, mostly sunny on the way to mid 60s. Water in the bottle. Cindy, good morning to you. T-Down's 5 things. Convert image into vector for shirt. T-Town, is that something you're doing yourself or you're sending it out? No shame in send it out. I send out all of ours as well. We had a design team that we work with that will take care of that for us. Invoice field orders, embroider some hockey hats, maybe start tumblers for hockey guy, and so much more. I might not get done. I've got my 5 that I need to get done here, but there's some of this where I know a lot of it's not going to get done today, like the design work. I've probably got 7, 8 projects of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11 projects that are in the works of things I need to get to. So it's going to be, hey, do a revision on this. What do you think of this? Send it and go back and forth on that. But I need to start on this because I've got about 9 days to get them done. So basically 1 a day. Darren just walked in the house. Time to get 5 things. Very nice. Jerry, good morning to you. 37 in Ohio. Oh, yeah, it's cold, right? It's cold. And Barb, good morning, North Central Minnesota, 48 degrees, sunny, headed to high 56, water in the cup. Jerry, love hating the challenges. Got my book and really love it. Thank you. You're very welcome. I asked a question over in that group this morning, what did you learn last week? We posted a different piece of content every day. I give an idea of here's something to post along with, example for it. And so, one of the things looking at that, like I said in there, is, it kind of gives you an idea what works, what doesn't work, and how to expand on it. So I'm looking forward to everybody's responses in that group of, what you did, what you found out, the results, and what you're going to do with that newfound information. And Vinia, right? Good morning from down there in Jacksonville, Florida. We're 67. We'll be in Florida next month. Less than 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away from the TRW takeover. We have made that official. We'll get all the details together, but that is going to be November 10th. This week we'll get a time nailed down, so beginning and end time. I know TRW is going to do some specials for us while we're doing that there. Pilar and myself will be there, and it took a little pushing. We've been working on this since August. telling Matt, hey, we're gonna be down in that area. You want to put something together? You want to do something? You want to open house? So finally last Wednesday, kind of, sort of, and then Friday, pretty much said, yeah, it's a go. Let's do it. So yeah, we've got a couple weeks to get that all wrapped up. So if you're in the Florida area, and you'd like to, come out and visit us, we'll be there at the Rhinestone World in Bradenton, November 10th. That is Friday, November 10th. I'm going to say probably I won't say for sure on times, but there will be in-house specials. There will be sales that are in-house, in-store only. So if you are in the area or you just want to come visit Florida for a weekend, on Veterans Day weekend, hey, why not fly on down for that? Barb's 5 things. She's got quotes, source out fabric for a client, t-shirt quilt layout, work and craft room, and website. Barb, I will say thank you so much for posting your pictures of your room. That looks amazing, and I think it gives a lot of people ideas on ways to set things up, because I think your room, would you say it was a 12 by 10 or 10 by 12, and then a closet that you had converted as well? I mean, when you think about that, looking at that, it looks so much bigger than what you said it was. And it's because, the proper layout, how you have it there, how they have the space done. So I think you phenomenally did a great job of that. Can't wait to see when it is fully done, but it also inspired a lot of people of what they can do with limited space. So thank you for posting that. And if you haven't seen it yet, go into the private members group. They're over at which one is that? That's business, over in the Business Basics group. Barb posted in there. It looked sweet in there. T-Town said, yeah, I had to check on film order too. It didn't ship on Friday, but they said they had overload in the warehouse. Sucks, was hoping it would travel over the weekend. It comes with Texas, so it takes a few. Yeah, mine was, I had 2 orders that were split. And one of them, the expensive part came, but the rest of the stuff that I need didn't come. And the other one, the cheap stuff came, not the expensive stuff. So, and those are ones I don't have tracking info on. They said, hey, they're shipping from separate warehouses. I'm like, okay, that's not a problem. Stuff like that happens all the time. Usually I'll end up with 2 tracking numbers or something linked together that tells me it. And this time, 2 separate companies that happened. And so, we're talking, $1,000 and stuff that I just want to know where it's at. What are we doing? Help me out with this so I can get some stuff done. So that's on my list to figure out where those orders are for it. Yeah. So it takes a few days. Yeah. And that's us here, in the Midwest, we're pretty central. So usually everything gets to us within 3 days. Sometimes longer, especially as we get closer to this season, it's going to, expand out those shipping times. But yeah, when you're kind of waiting on something, you're like, okay, let's see if we can see it. Let's see if we can see it. And then it doesn't. You're like, okay, what's going on with it? Sarah, good morning to you. It's 43 in southeast Wisconsin. She's got coffee in the cup. And morning 67 in Fair there in Jacksonville. All right. And Brian, 63 and sunny, rain, snow, flurries possible rest of the week. Laser tumblers, embroidery, Facebook ads, screen printing. Brian, what are you doing for Facebook ads? Which ones are you going for on the musical side of those? Brian had an interesting weekend. We'll let him share if he wants to. If not, that's fine too. But I did talk to Brian yesterday, and he had a quite interesting weekend on that. So hopefully that all gets worked out. We've got this week, speaking of Brian, because he said flurries possible the rest of the week. We are coming to that time where, when you're looking at event planning, what happens? What happens if you have an event this weekend and it snows out or it rains out? How do you handle that? Is it indoors, outdoors? That's something to think about, especially in those shoulder seasons of spring and fall when you're planning things out. Is what happens? What if? Right? Are you prepared to be outside? Do you have, if you're doing canopies, do you have your sidewalls so that way you can put those up? Do you have a way to keep warm in there in case that, blocking wind, power? I've seen a lot of people running the Jackery generators that are the solar powered ones, and they seem to be doing pretty well with them. Most of that I've seen was laser work because it was just a smaller thing that it took with it. But how are you preparing yourself for those? In summer we know, hey, okay, we've got shade, we've got stuff to drink, stay hydrated. But what are you doing when these shoulder seasons to combat that stuff? Somebody like Sarah has a trailer. She has a generator in there. She has a way to keep warm in there. You've got a heat press in a small area. Is that keeping it warm in it? What are you doing? How are you combating the elements out there? And speaking of Sarah, her 5 things: several store builds, run to bank, organize for trick or treat event, clean up from BTS rush, that's back to school, and set up new space for laser. Sarah's got a laser coming. Sarah's got an Xtool S1 on the way, and so do we. So it'll be a fun, interesting thing. That's what I was trying to do, is figure out where to set it up. It going through stuff with it. So let's talk S1. We're going to talk more about it tonight or tomorrow night, Tuesday with Todd. Here's the reason why: is looking at our schedule, right? So our schedule for the next coming weeks. We've got tomorrow being the 24th of the Tuesday with Todd. Next Tuesday is the 31st. That's Halloween. No Tuesday with Todd. We're going to be trick or treating. The following Tuesday is the 7th, and in the 7th, we've got Bob in from Fresh Horizons, and we're going to be talking social media. There is no show on the 14th. That's my birthday. I'll be on a boat. Kind of hard to do that. And then we'll be back on the 21st. So the 21st, by then, we may be showing off the Xtool S1. We can talk about it tomorrow. We've got one on the way. You know, what made the decision to get it, what we're looking at it for. I'll tell you, the biggest thing is content production. That's the biggest thing for us, is why we brought it in here. So that's what we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But then no show next week, then the social media show, and then no show, and then the week of Thanksgiving, is the next one. So that's where we're sitting with show dates, what's going on with it. I'll make sure to get those. I'm going to put that on my list today, schedule those. So that way they're just done, ready to go, and that. And then I'm going to try and do some actual produced content of the real unboxing of the different things that come with the S1, because we've got parts showing up for it. The delivery for it is supposed to start on Wednesday, and then carries on for a couple weeks, because we've got the S1 itself, we've got the honeycomb bed, we've got the rotary attachment, we've got the 20-watt head, we've got some other stuff. It's like 6 packages. So we're excited about that, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow night. And so tune in there to learn more about S1. Also, I'm going to drop the link to it too, because right now all of them are sold out. So all the S1s are sold out. Everything is a pre-order now. I'm going to drop the link in the comments to our affiliate site to those, our affiliate link. So we make a small commission off of that. But you can use the code 200S1. 200S1 will save you $200 at checkout on that. So there's that. So you can just right-click, copy-paste, go there, and using the code 200S1 is going to save you $200 on that. All right. And see, I wish I could send it out, but kind of my fault. I am embroidered on a black polo and used dark colors. Didn't look like the mock-up did, so he wants his logo big on the back. Yeah, sometimes we've done that where things we thought looked good on it, and then when it actually did it, it did not. It did not look good. So we're like, okay, how can we fix this? Because it does not look good. I don't think you've been an apparel decorator until you've ran into a situation like that where the mock-up looked great and the finished product did not. And so it's like, what can we do to fix it? But his image is only sublimation ready artwork, and I have it for embroidery. Gotcha. Fun. Bummer that I can't be there. Say hi to everyone at TRW for me. We will say hi to everybody, and we'll go live that day. We'll have some fun down there. Our schedule, because let me look at the calendar again, because we get in on the 9th, I believe. The 9th, and then we get on the boat on the 13th. So we're going to be on the West Coast there in the Tampa area for the beginning part of it, for all of it, I believe. We're going to be over there, and then we're driving across the state to get on the boat on that morning of, and I'm not even sure what day we get off the boat. I don't know. I think we get off on that Friday, and then we'll be back, or that Thursday. I don't know. I just know that it's stressful, and we're doing that. So good times there. And good morning from Northern Michigan. We're at, right? We're at, or is it this one? Which one is it? Is it left hand or right hand? Is it left hand? Where are you at in Michigan? It's right there. Right there. I don't know. Chilly and frosted here. 5 things. Finish a project that didn't get finished over the weekend. Start complete printing order. Get art approval from a customer and start their job work on ornaments for a make and take event. Those make and take events, man. You talk about if you know what you're doing and you have your process down, and you don't have a lot of options to confuse people, you can do damn good at those. Anybody that's doing those this fall, winter, I'd love to see more of what you're doing. One of the things that, with the X tool that we're going to look at doing is try and do something for our school and for the teachers, just a teachers event to be like, hey, we want to make them door hangers, come in, pick out some stuff just to, show our appreciation and just kind of get a feel of that, because like with them, there's no expectation. We're going to do it all on our own. We're going to, just donate the stuff, but we want to see, hey, what can we do on this? And is this scalable? Is this something that we're able to offer, able to do? Because if we can build something with that, then, hey, I can create content with that. I can create, maybe a course with it. I can create something with that to show other people how to do it and how it can be done. So there's all these mind things that are blowing with me. And I definitely went down the laser hole over the weekend. And somebody, when I was talking to somebody else about it, they have no clue on lasers. They have a little bit more knowledge than me. And the reason the knowledge I have is from like previous experience. So it's very limited. So I reach out to my other laser friends and ask them. But one of the questions I was asked was like, can you pre-paint all your boards before cutting? And I was like, sure. I don't see any reason you can't. And they're like, well, I haven't seen a lot of people do that. They're painting all these little pieces afterwards. Is there a reason for that? So now I don't know. So I will ask in the group here today, but anybody that has a laser that's on here now, can you pre-paint all your boards and supplies beforehand? So say I have a bunch of, leaves that I'm cutting out. Instead of them all cutting and then painting each individual one of them orange, can I just paint the whole panel orange and then cut them out? We're going to find out. You guys are going to tell me. I didn't think there's any issue with that, but I could be wrong with it. And then they asked, as far as like acrylic versus wood, which one would you go with or why? And I think it really comes down to the client and what you're trying to do. Acrylic is definitely going to cost more. So that's something to think there. But today, these are all questions that we'll bring up. Once we have it, we'll have a laser day where we're talking laser questions, and I'll try and get everybody I know that is, in the laser land to see what we can find out and see what kind of information we can get on it. Because I think there's a lot of good stuff out there for it. It's 12 by 16 in an old master bedroom. That's what it was, 12 by 16 for the size of Barb's area. So definitely go check out that post. Checking on Facebook. Hello, T-Town. There we go. We don't know who it is. Jerry's 5 things. Finish blinging lids, invoicing, designing several designs. I don't know why I said that twice. Update website. Finish out last week's challenge. The $1 Million Group. There you go. Get on it and ship out an order. Facebook user. So remember, Facebook and StreamYard don't always play nice. When that happens, F you become Facebook user. But what you can do is head over to fatdadlive.com. That'll get you into the YouTube side of things. While you're there, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. It really helps us out. And it's free to do. It's free, right? Tell me why you don't subscribe. It's free. It's free. It's free. Let's see. No trick-or-treating live with Todd. Bummer. We might. I mean, I guess we could. Oh, I guess we could go live trick or treating, because trick or treating is, I believe, 5 to 7 in our area, and we're trying to figure out how to set it up, because this year we have a new patio out front. Usually we have through the driveway. Kids can just come up there. We have a fire going and that, but this year we have a patio over on the other side behind everything, and we're like, do we want the kids to walk all the way up here, or are we just going to keep it over here and do the table like we've done in years past? We don't know yet. We'll still figure it out. But I guess I could go live, and you could see what we get for trick-or-treaters and that stuff. I don't know. If that's something you guys are interested, let me know. We could go live trick-or-treating from our house, and because depending on the weather, we might have hot dogs, we might have chili, we might have hot cocoa. It depends. And I've got next week, we've got that on Tuesday, but then I've got to have stuff on the smoker Tuesday, Wednesday, as well, because Thursday, Friday is Teachers In Conference, and I was requested again for our barbecue, for our pulled pork and our pulled chicken. So that means I'm going to be out at the smoker a lot doing that. To see what did I miss here? What did I miss here? Oh, did I miss? Oh, let's see. There it is. Right. Checked in 78. Rub it in. 78 and sunny there at like 6 something in the morning. Don't rub that in at all. And yes, what's going on with your DTF there, Rye? I'm sure Rye will tell us some more about it. But I think he got everything fixed on Friday, right? Got the take-up wheel fixed on it. So I think he was back in business unless something else happened. Yeah, just out there in the Bay Area in California, All you got to do is, go more south, Sarah. That's all you got to do. Teton, I've been messing with my M1 laser and my 3D printer. Good for you. You've got to use it, right? Like, I think one of the things that I saw in Teton, maybe this is something I want you to try out, right? Do you think, what would you think about lasering on a hat? You know, doing that on the bill, underneath or something. Those are things that I thought with the laser that I definitely want to try out. Is like on the fleece to do that. Bills of hats. What can I do to just kind of add our logo and have some fun to see with it? And see me too, right there. Oh yeah, what is that? Glass purple yellow diamond. I don't even know what that is. Hey Renee, nothing much here, just trying to keep the machine printing. Hope things is well on your side. Well, it's printing, right? So we're doing good there. I'm still waiting for that other video to drop because I don't think I've seen anything there. My stuff has not shipped for what I ordered that night of materials. Ugh, I hate when that doesn't ship like that. I am so excited about the Christmas pack I won. Sorry, T-Town. And Jerry, just to be completely transparent with you, it is still sitting here. We got into something deep on Friday, and about 6:00, I was going through stuff. I'm like, these never got shipped to Jerry, so they're now packaged ready to go out for you today. Oh, there it is. Brian's calling UPS. Figure out 12,000 fraud. That's right. Brian got hit with $12,000 in shipping fees from UPS over the weekend. So that's probably awesome to deal with. And this is not the first time, the second time, the third time, or the fourth time I believe it's happened to Brian. So yeah, I don't even know what to say. If you paint, it'll probably get the burn marks. Well, what I'd seen is, they were using the exterior latex paints, things like, was it the exterior paints, latex paints, but then they just use the baby wipe and any of the char would wipe right off. So that's where I don't know. Brian says you can pre-paint, but it can burn easier. So maybe that's why. And this is another thing. Not all lasers can cut acrylic. If you paint first, you have to mask to make sure the paint is laser safe. So there we go. See, we're getting all the information here. And Brian said, with our laser, we use masking tape over the wood so it doesn't char to get on it. And that's what I'm seeing. And then I'm seeing the, as far as attaching, there's the glue and the sticky sheets. And I'm seeing, to me, even though it looks like it costs a little more, actually it costs a lot more than glue. It looks like in the production side of things, it's faster is the 3M sticky sheets, where they're just, if they're getting in their bed size of, let's say, you've got a 12 by 24, they're getting that in and they're just automatically putting that on the back of it. And then it's good to go instead of using glue. That kind of cool. Laser and fleece does look incredible, right? And, I've seen some burn through on stuff, but I've seen some other stuff look really good. So we're going to test on it. Yep. It hasn't shipped yet. It's sitting right here. I'm staring at it. It's in the shipping pile. So it'll be there. And all right, what do we have here? All right, help me pronounce this. Designing with Deloach. I'm not the greatest pronunciationer. Yeah, whatever. 5 things. Create a few customer designs, sub a shirt order, make some content, organize, reorder supplies, start holiday stuff. Love that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Brian. How? And Renee says 3M all the way. So see, we're going to bring Renee into the group tomorrow. Tuesday Todd, she should be there because we're going to talk just on laser things in general. For us, I think it makes the most sense just from what I'm seeing. Yeah, it costs more, but it saves on the labor for it. So, excuse me. I think this next phase of content creation is going to be pretty sweet. We've already got some, ideas of things that we want to do, and it's all in the name of creating content. Speed wise, I don't know if this would be anywhere near, good enough to be production as far as needing hundreds of things. Would it be great for samples? I 100% believe so. Would it be great for small runs, batch runs, things that you're able to do? Sure. It's going to be a learning process with it, so we'll see how it is. But there's a lot of it where is going to be personal stuff, stuff for samples, stuff to send out. So, promo things like that. But content is where I'm really looking at it for, because it's a lot easier to create different types of content with a laser than what it is with, say, the wide format EcoSolvent or the DTF. The white toner is pretty close in things that we can do because we can use those white toner transfers to create a bunch of things just like sublimation. And I know it's been a while since we did those types of videos, or especially on Tuesday with Todd, so we're going to get back to that. I started this weekend getting shed is mostly organized now, so now garage is getting organized to get stuff out to the shed and get stuff pitched out. Once we've got that majority organized, then insulation is going to start, new electrical is going to start, and some things are going to come out, some things are going to stay, but it's a work in progress, and we're going to do the back part is what's getting me. Is it Loach, Looch, Lodge? The day? Well, I got the front. It's the back that the back. Okay, stupid question. What's the YouTube channel? I've apparently never subscribed. If you just head over to fatdadlive.com, Fat Dad Live, that gets you into the YouTube channel. It is Fat Dad Wholesale. Now, that name is probably going to be changing soon. It needs to, especially with where we're going content-wise. We need to get everything switched over to the Crafting with Cash. It just makes Crafting for Cash. It just makes sense. We do project-based things and show on it. So it might be Fat Dad, and then there'll be the different things below it. But yeah, that is Fat Dad. And you can find all of our links at fatdadcd.com as well. So that's a good one to put out there for it. And Jerry says, has anyone heard of an apparel wholesale called Dear Lover? They're linked in and have reasonable pricing on apparel. Wondering if this group has heard work with them. I have not. That is a new one for me. So Dear Lover. That sounds familiar for a reason, though. Did you ask about it somewhere else, Jerry? Because it sounds familiar, and I don't know why. Got it. Thanks. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. But yeah, so this week, like I said, it looks like it's going to be a busy week. We've got stuff. We're less than 3 weeks from leaving, so we've got a lot of stuff that needs to get out. Between now and then, we have stores closing, so that way we can get stuff out and then we can reopen it, so that way they can get it there. But they were wanting stuff the week of Thanksgiving. We're like, we're going to be gone, so we need to close it here to get it, but we can reopen so that way people can order things afterwards. We've got what did we just open up? Charlie Brown Christmas. One of the local theaters is putting on Charlie Brown Christmas this year, and we picked them up as a client, started doing their apparel for it. So we just opened that up. They want to close that next week because they want stuff for there's a parade, a festival of trees. They want it by then, but once again, that's something else why we're gone is happening. So we've got stores opening and closing, and then we've got 8 stores that are opening on November 1st. So we've got to get stuff done for it. She said, I have not, just found them last night, researched them, and appear legit. Ask in the groups, Jerry. Do that as well. I'll put a question there. But we got to get going. We got stuff to get out of here, dude. Tomorrow night, we're going to talk lasers. I am nowhere near an expert on them. I know enough to get myself in trouble and cause fires. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to cause fires, but we're going to talk about those. And then we have a week off. We might go live just for fun live or trick-or-treating, so that way you can see what's going on there. And then we will do, and then 2 weeks after that, we've got social media. And then we're gone for a week. So that's all what's come up there. Above and beyond screen printing and more, I love using 3M, but I found Gorilla works best with wood projects as well. Great to know. See, these are questions that we're going to have answers to. And thank you so much for that. All right. You guys have an amazing day. We'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday with Todd, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time is when we do this morning mindset. There will be another bundle drop Thursday at 2 p.m. So look forward to that. That one's another Christmas one as well. So you guys have an amazing day. Get your stuff done. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.